So hi Lee, Brentford up next then, and the wheels have sort of fallen off there, haven't they, since Bristol City beat them?
Well, it's a tough one, isn't it? It's hard to really gauge what's gone on. Obviously, the manager changed, but they've also got a very good manager that's gone in there. Players have stayed the same. I just think sometimes that happens in the Championship. I think that you can play well and get beat at any point. I think you get a couple of bad refereeing decisions on a run, do you know what I mean? And you're striving for that. You get a couple of injuries to key players. I think that can literally happen to any team, apart from probably the teams that have had parachute payments, that have got a squad of 30 players on big money, do you know what I mean? So, I think that it's a really tough game. And I was talking earlier about how, for me, there's no differential between playing bottom of the league and top of the league. There genuinely isn't, because I think every style is competitive in the Championship. You know, like Millwall, because they're third bottom, are we expected to turn them over? We'll look at their season last year. And by the same token, Norwich going to walk all over us because they're top of the league? Absolutely not. So sometimes it's horses for courses, and certain styles suit other styles, and Brentford's notoriously been a tough game for us, particularly at home. It's Boxing Day game, so we've got to make sure the players prepare absolutely to perfection, and give us every opportunity to get 3 points.
You beat them 1-0 last time. Will that have a huge bearing for Boxing Day?
It'll have no bearing. You know, it's a new game, it's a new day, and whenever there's a new game and a new day, it means that mindsets change, and it'll be different. I know our players put in a very good shift on that day. They had a man sent off, but in my eyes we deserved the win, and this will be a completely different game. You've got to be prepared to adapt. You've got to thrive in the uncertainty of any particular change that they may make, and of course after the Derby game it's important that we go and get another good performance.
In a few days the January transfer market opens, and we've asked you about buys. I think you've used the word trading in a couple of your press conferences. Is it possible that Bristol City will sell players in January? Are you looking to possibly offload one or two?
Well, I think trade can mean a number of things, can't it? It can mean clearly to sell, to buy somebody else. Swaps, you can get involved in a swap every now and again if that fits the bill. Sometimes releasing players to create funds, if you like, moving forward. Sometimes loaning somebody out for their development, but also that creates funds. So there's many different ways to trade, but in terms of big transfers, of course we would have to trade to get into the position where we can make a big sort of money signing. So we'll have to see. We have got names and we've got opportunities to bring players in. I still think that I know that Bristol City is a very attractive proposition for a player looking to perform well in the Championship. But what I have found, and what we've all found, is that the pool of players that we're fishing in, that we've already got very good players, and any players that are coming in is only really to aid the squad that we've already got. And I think that's the important thing, is can we, if we bring a player in, is he going to contribute and make other players better? Because that's a truly good player, is a player that makes other players better.
Can you assure fans that the likes of Lloyd Kelly won't be sold?
Well, we don't want to sell Lloyd Kelly. I think I can assure fans of that, but I can't assure fans that we won't, because often price, do you know what I mean, would dictate that. Like, somebody comes in for him, and you've seen the sort of levels of clubs that are looking at Lloyd, but all our players as well, particularly young players. I've got to be careful not to let Lloyd think he's cracked it, because he hasn't. He's about 18 games into his league career with no loans, you know what I mean? And actually it's up to him to maintain the focus. But if you play good football, then those things will come, whether it be new contracts at Bristol City or big clubs coming in for him. That would be my message to all our young players, is focus on your football, continue to play excellently, and your dreams will end up coming true, whatever they are.
Just finally, I'd like to ask you about loans. Is it possible we could see some loans coming in, and could you possibly lose any of your loan players in terms of like Jay De Silva or anyone like that, or are they here for the entire season? Thomas Callis as well, obviously.
Okay, so let's go through them. First and foremost, I thought you meant our loans. So you don't mean our young players. You mean that
both really, the whole.
Well, the truth is everything gets assessed. Do you know what I mean? When you get to this window, everything gets assessed. We've got Callas on a season-long loan. So do I want to keep Callas? Absolutely.
So there's no chance he could return to Chelsea, basically.
Not as I know at this point. No chance. Jay De Silva is a season-long loan. Do you know what I mean? Jay hasn't been playing in recent weeks, but he's very close, in fact, to playing. We just talked about Lloyd Kelly and the success that he's had, and that is close, to be honest, between those two, and they both bring us different attributes. So over this period of this 4 games in whatever it is, 12 days, it's going to be important that Jay's really ready. I also, you'd have seen, I put Jay in central midfield role in the under-23s the other day, because I think he could play that role for us as well in one of those 3, with his ball handling skills and his technique. So I think that's another added dimension. And I want to keep all the players. I don't really want to lose any players. I want to add to what we've got, and the only reason we'll lose a player really is because either it's been a ridiculous offer from somebody and we can't turn it down because that makes the club better, or that they're not good enough for this team as we see it.
Nice one. Any chance of a loan player coming in though?
Yeah, there's a great chance of a loan player coming in, because often that's the way that you will work in January. We've got freedom in our loans, haven't we? We were allowed 5 and we've only got 2.
Okay, Chris.
Okay.